Hey there, Capricorn. It's Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Today we are doing a reading for April. Heart chakra stone's in place, but we're doing a reading for April, middle to the end, 7 to 10 days. We're going to take a look at the Sacred Rose, see what's going on for you currently. And this is for the collective, so take what resonates, leave the rest. I've got the Sacred Rose Tarot here and here. This one I've trimmed the edges and borders so it will pop and you can really see things. If we happen to see a repeat come up, pay special attention. All right. So the next week to 10 days, wow, starting out with the devil, boy oh boy. So we've got 3, 6, 9, and 10. Wow, okay, this is a tricky time, guys. So let's take a peek. This is what the devil energy is. It's all about addictions. It's about being bound to something, in bondage, in a toxic situation, in an old behavior pattern. It's not necessarily the devil with the horns and blah, blah, blah. But what it represents is this old way of doing things that doesn't serve. It keeps you bound. It limits you. It also is self-sabotage, self-doubt, those kinds of things. Kind of hindering you. Kind of like telling you can't when you really know better and you can. Or telling you can and you're leaning into a vice that you should know better and not. Okay? All right, so that's the devil energy. It's like you are really trying to overcome something here. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Now this bodes well. The Knight of Pentacles is bringing something into play. It could be a gift, it could be money, it could be a talent, it could be time. But he is ready to go. This guy is the most prepared knight. He's the slowest and he thinks about things. He's very prepared, very ready. So you're ready to rock and roll on this. You have the Queen of Wands coming in strong. She's very approachable. She's warm. She's kind of magnetic, charismatic, very, very driven kind of a queen. But she's high energy and she really wants to move forward. This is the Queen of Inspiration. So you've got some preparation, physically, skills, that kind of stuff. You've got it ready. The Queen is saying, let's go. Then you have this Four of Wands. Four of Wands is celebration. It could be birth, weddings, graduations comes to mind. Learnings, leveling up the learning or engagement that you have. I'm not talking romantic engagement. Level of engagement and interest that you have in something that inspires you, okay? So that's what this is. Big time celebration, even though it's a small event, lots of happy. Then you have Judgment and the Page of Wands. Now Judgment's coming in and calling you to rise to your higher self. Judgment is saying, kick that devil to the curb. You can do this. And it is calling you up, lifting you higher, helping you. You've got Gabriel here blowing his horn saying, be true to yourself, dance to your own tune, and you're protected in doing it. So that's the message of Judgment. Page of Wands enters the scene. Page of Wands is usually like, hello, I'm here, hello, hello. Pages bring the messages. This page in reverse is feeling a little bit shy, a little bit slow on things. The Queen is trying to get forward and birth out there and be like, ta-da. But the page is like, I don't know if I'm ready, and leaning back into this Knight of Wands energy. So be careful. Shying off of things isn't going to serve you right now. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Tower. And you might be thinking, shit. No. 7 of Wands. This is about defending, being clear about your boundaries. Use your communication well. Knight of Swords is coming in here. We'll talk about that in a minute. But communicating well and clearly about your boundaries and then standing firm. Sometimes you could communicate all day and talk till you're blue in the face about why this is that you're going to do this thing. And if that's the case, quit talking, just start doing. Just start taking the action that you say you're going to do, what you know you need to do, and holding that boundary. You don't even have to hold it strong or argue. You just hold the boundary that you set for yourself. Hold yourself to it. That will help you with this rising up business. 8 of Wands. Now, 8 of Wands is about lots of information, messages, and pretty much just a lot coming at you all at once. This in reverse means pay attention. Sometimes it's a little bit diffused or delayed, and sometimes it means pay attention even stronger. I get the sensation that this might be diffused because you have the Queen here who's already master of the wands. She knows what she wants to do. She hesitates a little. Redefines boundaries. So this might be a little bit diffused, but there is going to be a lot of information coming at you. A lot of inspiration at this time to move forward. Then you have this Tower in reverse. Again, this is one that people see in the Tower of the Death and the Devil. People are like, oh, really? Yeah. The Tower. You see them falling to their death. The tower crumbles down. A bolt out of the blue has struck. In reverse, diffused, delayed, reversed, those kinds of things. Pay attention. The meaning of the Tower is everything's crumbling down back to the basics, to its foundation. So if you want to avoid certain death, you have to look at the foundations of something, because it could be everything is coming apart at the seams, or it feels that way. Some people are moving when this happens. Sometimes jobs switch. It could be something about health. It's a significant thing. Sometimes it's inspiration. Sometimes it is that lightning bolt that strikes the Tower, and it's the bolt out of the blue, and it comes kaplooey, but it leaves you in a better space. Because if the Tower was able to be destroyed, crumbled, and fall apart, the foundation wasn't set strong enough, okay? All right, so we move past the Tower now, and we're seeing the Knight of Swords. He also is coming in reverse. Knight of Swords, he's the one that charges forward with the sword of truth and ready to go. You say go, and he's going. He's not like this Knight of Pentacles and preparing all day long. No, he's going to go. He's not quite spoiling for a fight, but just ready. And a little bit sometimes arrogant on this, in the knowing that he's right. He may have the truth, but he might be reckless in his communication. He might recklessly run into something and be a little too harsh, or mistimed, arriving too early, giving information too hard and fast, and kind of leaving a spoiled sense about that. So be aware on that one. All right, we're going to look a little deeper. Again, we're going to look at the Sacred Rose deck, the bordered one, and see if there's anything else that comes out in the next couple of weeks. Well, in the next couple of days. 2 weeks would be long on this one, I'm feeling. 7 to 10 days. So let's see what we got coming out. Maybe some of the underpinnings or things you might run into that you weren't expecting. Whoa. Okay. All right. Don't know why that's what they are, but that's what they are. So we have this. Okay, guys. Wow. Okay. Just as tricky as this was to navigate, this is tricky great. You have the Empress here. This desire to create coming right under here. Big time creation. This might take a period of time. The Empress is pregnant for a term. She's birthing new things. And I told you earlier, this is the birthing of this Queen of Wands. This is you entering in that energy, rising up into your own glorious self and really celebrating that, okay? Seven of Pentacles. This is the propensity to evaluate things and stay in this perpetual evaluation. You're not picking any of the fruit. You're trying to see what's what. Don't hesitate too long in the harvesting of things. You don't have to choose all of it, but you do have to choose which of these things that you need for talents, gifts, resources, okay? Eight of Swords. This is being trapped in your own mind. Look where it's lining up. Right here. Below the hesitant page, below the Seven of Wands that has clear boundaries, trapped in your own mind, don't know how to break free of something, feeling stuck, and it's all here. This is all in your thought pattern, okay? This could be a little bit of residue from here going on, so be aware. 10 of Pentacles. The cornucopia is full. Full. Bursting. This is blessings, abundant finance. This is sometimes literally finance. Material blessings. This is when you're in a state of appreciation. You know how lucky you are. You know how fortunate you are. The sun is shining down on you. Things are coming up. Great. And there's talent everywhere. You have things coming up, roses everywhere. Literally, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is happy family, wishes fulfilled. Now this is turned. Now recall that this was turned as well. This is to do with that communication. You've got to be careful emotionally with what you're communicating. If there's a truth that needs to be communicated and you need to reassert yourself, do it in a way, but do it in a way that is gentle to yourself, gentle to the other, but really respecting what the boundary needs to be, okay? Because this is emotional happiness that you're striving for. Definitely it could be had. Not a problem at all. You can have that. These cards, even though they're big and heavy hitters, this is what's underpinning it. This is what you're going for. This is what's coming. And this is you and your highest self. This is rising up again. This is birthing of this queen. Got it? All right. We're going to look at the Fairy Wisdom Oracle. See if there's a couple of post-it notes. Woo! Okay. There is a couple of post-it notes that we can tell you to help you mark this time. Now, this one is saying, into the woods, stranger in a new land, new experiences, feeling uncertain, and a transition zone. So we were talking about this tower here, and sometimes this actually is a literal move. Moving from old energies, stuckness, into this new way of doing and this emotional fulfillment, right? Moving into clarifying those boundaries. It's almost even like this whole thing is surrounded by those, if that helps any. Then you have this one. Woo! The Grail Fairy. It's indicating fertility. No kidding, guys. Fertility, the return of life, health, and life cycles are really, sometimes the cards just make me giggle because, duh, what have we just said here? I mean, really, I don't need to tell you guys anything else. This message is very, very clear right now. It's going to be a very good time. It's not always going to be the most easy to navigate. You are doing something really new, really powerful and strong, and you're moving into this new energy because you're changing the foundation. You're communicating more clearly. You're aware. You know what needs to happen. You're going to do just great. All right, take care, guys. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Come see me again. Bye-bye.